I don't know. Anyway, sorry about that. There's a couple things I want to talk about that was brought to my attention, and to answer, well, try to help answer one of the questions one of my viewers had, which is what's up with these $4 gas prices and stuff like that. Well, what you all may not be aware of, and I don't know how many have heard it or how many haven't, please give a thumbs up if you guys have heard about it or whatever, but apparently the Biden administration has been practicing, nothing's written in stone yet, he's been practicing basically lockdowns in a sort of way. Let me explain. So they're claiming that there's a global warming climate crisis, and because of that, well, climate emergency, I mean, you guys see it as well as I do. The weather patterns are all over the map. It's really unusual, but we also know that all, you know, summer long, pretty much there's been a lot of cloud seeding going on. There's been a lot of wildfire smoke and everything else. Anyway, long story short, so basically there's been a climate emergency, all right? And he hasn't officially declared it yet, but insider sources, leaks, and other stuff that I'm getting information on basically says that they're doing dry runs as we speak to figure out how to implement a travel ban, I guess, if you will. Unless, and you guys are gonna probably doubt me on this one, but you guys can look it up if you want. Unless you're essential. Now, what does that remind you of? So basically, I don't know how they're going to go about it because everything's still up in the air. Nothing's been implemented yet. But from what they're saying, and this came out of Biden's own mouth in like a press conference or whatever the hell you want to call it. But basically, only essential people are going to be able to take flights or fly their own private jets. You already know, you know, the elites. The Republicans, the Democrats, everybody in the House and the Senate, you know, of course, they're going to be flying everywhere. Bill Gates and whatever. Anyway, so there's going to be travel restrictions to cut down on greenhouse gases. That includes your car. If you own a Tesla, chances are they're tracking you right now. They're seeing how much you drive, how much you charge your vehicle, etc., etc., etc. And what you all don't know, or may not know, is at the start of this war, I forget why they did it, but either way, they were talking about getting a hold of Elon Musk and just having him hit a button and shut down all the Teslas. So you couldn't drive your car. Well, they're talking about doing that again. Now, I don't know what they're going to do as far as diesel-powered vehicles or regular gas-powered sedans. I have no idea what they're going to do. But either way, they're talking about travel restrictions. You can't leave state. If they see a car, say from Michigan, with a Michigan license plate, if they see that vehicle in Indiana, say for instance, or Illinois, Ohio, whatever, they're going to pull you over, you're going to get fined. So, I don't know how they're going to restrict this, our gas usage, unless they literally just stop delivering it to, you know, gas stations and whatever else. So yeah, that's that in a nutshell. Biden administration has also come out and talking about power grid failures, and it may hit this winter. They've just recently shut down 15 or 16 more power plants And I think some of them are coal-fired, some of them are natural gas-fired. But they just shut down a whole bunch of power plants. Why, I don't know, because the grid's already strained. So experts are warning to be prepared. And like I've told you guys before, have an alternative form of heating. Whether it be propane, kerosene, diesel, whatever. Have an alternative form of heating. I don't know what's going on in this world, guys. I don't know what they're planning for. Keep your eye on August 23rd. Everybody keeps pointing towards August 23rd. That's when these lockdowns in Europe are supposed to happen. Or not lockdowns, let me rephrase that. These alerts are supposed to go out over people's phones in Europe. What the hell? Anyway. Oh man, that was weird. Anyway, these alerts are supposed to go out over people's phones in Europe, basically telling them to get to their bunkers. Meanwhile, the U.S. is supposed to be meeting in South Korea, the U.S. and NATO, for some planned drills. But I don't think they're drills, guys. I mean, North Korea has shown its face come out of the shadows once again. North Korea is saying nuclear war is imminent. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So, all of Europe is supposed to hit their bunkers on August 23rd. North Korea is coming out and saying nuclear war is imminent. And on the same day, there's supposed to be some sort of massive military drill over in South Korea. I mean, it's only going to take, North Korea is extremely trigger happy, okay? Excuse me. And they are very on high alert. They are on edge like there's no tomorrow about what's taking place August 23rd. So you guys need to keep your eyes on that. And if there's any sorts of, if North Korea thinks for 1 second this is just a ploy to creep in their back door, they're going to hit that nuke button. That's all there is to it. They're quick to hit it. Quicker than Russia, for some reason. So, I don't know if, like, these travel, granted, there's only a few days left. Today's the 16th. By the time you're seeing this, it'll be the morning of the 17th or afternoon or whatever time you get up. But between the 17th and the 23rd, there's what? 6 days? So I don't know if they're going to be able to implement these these travel bans, these gas restrictions, etc., 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 by the 23rd. I think they may be working out details as far as how to figure out who's, essential or not. Not really sure what's going to go on, guys. There's so much weird stuff going on right now. Like, I can't make sense of it. Like, before you could predict what was going to happen. Alright, when this war first started, me and my buddy were talking about it. And we would talk scenarios over, and, we'd be like, alright, well, you know what? I bet you now this is going to happen, or this is going to happen. And it would happen. Not saying I'm some genius or anything, I'm just a dumb truck driver, but, the signs were obvious is what I'm getting at. The signs as far as what's going on right now, they are not so obvious. And, coupled with, a Biden coming out and telling us, the citizens, to get ready, to maybe stock up on a little food because things are about to get worse. And then, you know, Russia bombing the ports over there and taking out all the ships that enter a certain port. The Green Deal being shut down by India. They're not exporting any more grain, rice, or anything. So, there's a lot of weird stuff going on, guys. Well, pay attention to this. If I can find it, again, I'll post it up on the screen. I know, guys, when I first started making these videos, I used to post a bunch of articles up here. That was just prove to people, you know, I'm not talking out my butt, you know, this is really the headline, etc., etc. And I haven't been doing that lately because I've been stuck at 92 subscribers forever. And the ones that stay with me, you guys, all of you that are loyal, you know I'm not talking out my ass. You know I'm not bringing you BS news. So if I can find it about this energy crisis or climate crisis or whatever, I'll post it up here. It's going to take me a minute to find it. I should be getting home fairly early, so when I get home and I'm laying in bed and I'm uploading this video, I should have a little time to be able to do that. Not a whole lot, so if it's not posted, I apologize. Oh, let's see. Was there anything else I wanted to talk about today? Not really, guys. But, well, no, there's the food shortage thing going on. It hasn't really hit as of yet because of that whole India, you know, not exporting grain and or rice and everything else. But experts, economists are warning that the food is going to become a lot more scarce than it was during the COVID months. So, like I always tell you guys, get out, get stocked up, make sure you have plenty of pet food, make sure you have plenty of water, plenty of rice, plenty of dry beans, plenty of canned meats, seasoning packages, whether it's stroganoff, taco, burrito, whatever, brown gravy even, maybe French onion mix, whatever. Make sure you have all that stuff stocked up, guys. I do believe the harder times are ahead of us. It's only going to get harder from here. I know my family, like meat quality in the stores, correct me if I'm wrong, has anybody else experienced it? Meat quality in the stores is not what it used to be. My mother-in-law went to Walmart the other day and bought a bunch of hamburger, and we were making lasagna that day, but as we were, you know, preparing the burger, it just didn't feel right. So I don't know if we got our hands on some lab-grown meat. I don't know if it was, I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was old. But all the meat that we had bought, we actually threw out. But it just didn't feel right. It didn't smell right either. I mean, I don't even know how to describe it. It just didn't seem right. So I don't know what's going on. It's time to stock up on the beans and rice, guys. Your personal protection equipment, you know, self-defense, because, and I'll post a photo of that. I think I still have it. These, I think there's 30 states total that could be blacked out, and they're not talking about just for minutes, days, or hours. It could be for months, and I believe most of my subscribers are within these 30 states that I'm fixing to post up here. And if we're blacked out for months, guys, you guys got to remember, there's got to be a lot of civil unrest. There's going to be a lot of B&Es. Granted, you're going to have the rich people who, you know, have the money they're going to be fleeing the states, and they're going to be going over to the states that still have power. How they're going to be able to find out which states that is, I have no idea, because if these 30 states go down, then I mean, cell phone reception towers and transmitting towers and everything else, that's going to go. I don't know. Pretty sure they got some sort of battery backup, maybe. But how long is that going to be good for, especially if the power's out for months? They're talking upwards of a year. So I don't know what's going on, guys. There is so much crazy crap happening. The sleeper cells all through the U.S. It's just time to get prepared, guys. It's time to have a bug out location. I'm not going to hold you any longer because we're at 15 minutes. Almost 16. So, just get stocked up, man. I love y'all. Stay safe out there. Until next time, keep your heads on a swivel. Michigan Prepared out.